Hello, beautiful gremlins! Thank you so much for joining me on this day. I have had this idea for a while because I like playing Roblox on occasion, though most of it is on Dress to Embrace, and a lot of the time I end up getting distracted and looking at other people's Roblox avatars and thinking about how fun it would be to draw them. You know how sometimes you look at someone in real life and think they have a really interesting character design? No? You don't do that? It's just me? Okay. Well, that's me with avatars too, of any game where you can customize yourself, really. So in today's video, I finally decided to give into my impulsive thoughts and find cool avatars to draw. It's really interesting because when I'm running around in these games, I find avatars so easily, but this time around,
it was actually a challenge.
I do hope you like this video. Now, what would be the best Roblox game to find cool avatars to draw? Thank you. I'm concerned at best. You know what? Let's just try Spraypaint. I think I find a lot of cute avatars in Spraypaint, so let's see. Hello. Alright, my plan? I do not want to find overly complicated avatars, but I also don't want to find ones that are just so plain that it's laughable. That's a hard combination to find, I guess. This girl looks like she's been sponsored by Roblox. This girl has headless, and I don't know if I want to draw something that revealing. You know what? Let's just try the pro servers and see if anything is much better there. I ended up not joining a pro server because for some reason it just wasn't working. So here I am back in a regular server. I've been to several of these and I cannot find anyone who's actually cute to draw. What the heck was that avatar? Do you guys know how hard it is to just walk around while recording? Is this game where you can just basically draw anything you want on any surface? Another day, another server. Let's see if anything is good here. I mean, there's a rat with cheese. That's cute. But this is a really cool avatar. So I think, Sandra, you're my victim for this. Alright, avatar number 1 is down. So I guess we'll go to a new game to see if there's any other avatars. I didn't know if you could tell, but I was excited to draw this avatar. It wasn't like anything I had drawn before, and when I saw it, I was just filled with a flood of inspiration for this character. There were a few things that I thought would throw off her design a little bit, like the fact that a humanoid moth was wearing a t-shirt, jeans, and sneakers. My immersion! It's broken! That's a joke. It's not
that big of a deal.
But character design-wise, a humanoid moth wearing such a normal outfit is interesting. Though this is a Roblox avatar. I don't know if anyone who is making the Roblox avatar is attempting to do that with the intent of it being a cohesive character design. I mean, I'm sure some people do that, just personally haven't seen it. I'm going to stop talking now. The second I decided I was going to draw this avatar, I envisioned in my mind exactly what I was going to draw. And for some reason, it involves sunflowers. I don't know why. I guess thinking about the coloring and composition of this piece, I thought that bright yellow would be a great contrast to the dull and dark character I was drawing. And when I was looking for inspiration, I fell in love. Sunflowers are so bright and so beautiful, and all the pictures I looked at them looked like they had just captured sunlight in a bottle, and it was just, No wonder Van Gogh was fascinated with these. Oh my goodness. I also knew exactly what pose I wanted this character to be in. A gremlin pose. Not gremlin like you. You're a gremlin, by the way. You clicked on this video, you became a gremlin by watching this video. But you're a beautiful gremlin.
There's a difference.
The pose I was thinking about was what you think about when an epic gamer is in their cave for days on end with Monster Energy drinks hunched over their computer monitor. Like me when I'm working on art. I don't really know how to do a pose like that, so I gathered a few references to try. I don't really know if combining them all together really created the pose I was looking for, and I also don't know if the silhouette is the greatest, but I think I got what I wanted, and I'll have you know that I am very happy with it. Drawing all this together took
way
longer than I thought it would, and I swear I did not look up from my iPad for 5 hours. I know it isn't that long, and a lot of people do way longer than that, and are working on bigger projects than I am, but I take advice from all the art YouTubers and make sure to take breaks and recharge and do something else for a little bit when I am working on something. When you come back, you see all the things you need to change, or come back and realize that you did better than you thought you did. It's also good to just recharge so you don't get burnt out. And I definitely find my art turns out better when I take enough breaks. But this was not one of those times. Do as I say,
not as I do.
even though I didn't do what I usually do, I had a lot of fun making this art piece, and I am very excited about how it turned out. The aesthetic sunflower pictures inspired me a lot, so I wanted it to be bright and happy. But the background was a big problem. Well, not really, I'm kind of lying. The background that was closer to the foreground was fine. I really enjoyed making it. However, I didn't put much thought into the things behind those flowers, and since I made the flowers so detailed, I was scared of just making them blobs because I thought it would look out of place. I was able to make it work, but it was kind of hard and required a little tweaking, but I was able to make it work. And since a lot of things in this were so detailed, that meant more work for me. And I was fine with that if it meant it was going to be prettier. It just meant that the work was more tedious and I was spending a lot of time doing the same thing over and over and over again. I think in the end, it was all worth it though. I really wanted it to feel like one of those sunflower pictures where it's all golden hues and beautiful saturation. So when I was done with the drawing, I messed around with the colors to see if there was anything I could do to make it more beautiful. I have no earthly idea if I was able to accomplish it. I feel like I could have done a little better, but I also have been staring at this for 6 hours, so I don't really know what to think. This character was so cool to draw. I can tell the person made this avatar with their theme in mind and wanted to fit everything together perfectly, and it was so fun to draw. The best part of the avatar to me is the freckles. I don't know why, but they just brought me a strange amount of joy adding them. I do hope you guys like this drawing. I genuinely love it so much, and it was so fun to draw, and I cannot wait to draw the other two. I didn't realize that I was going to do full illustrations for these characters, but I guess I am. Wish me luck and pray for me. On to see where I can find the next avatar.
Murder Mystery 2. I know there's going to be good avatars in here, so let's try this one. I'm not good at this game at all, honestly, so I'm not going to be playing it, but... Excuse me? Hey, why did this person just say to me, Mom, Dad, then send me a friend request? Hey, your avatar, I want to look at it. You're really cute. Can I draw you? I want to draw you. What? I need like a good... You look cute. You look cute. I'm chasing her. That's probably not a good idea in this game. I'm not a murderer. I think she thinks I'm the murderer. I'm not even good at being the murderer in this game. Oh gosh, I heard a slash. Oh my gosh, the bodies, no! But at least I have a good view of this girl so I can draw her. Well, I've accomplished my goal. Oh gosh, my son is dead and he had the gun. Okay. I should not be given access to this. I'm so bad at this game, you guys have no idea. Did not know someone was right there. Now I have a second person to draw, so on to the third game.
I have
no idea why.
but I thought this one was going to be easier to draw. I guess it was because the avatar I was drawing isn't exactly out of my comfort zone. However, my idea for it definitely was. I decided that I was going to draw this cute anime girl outside a cafe or coffee shop, just living life. I fail to consider that not only do I not usually draw backgrounds, but I don't usually draw industrial backgrounds either. Not that cafes are industrial, but they are more so than a When I started this drawing, I was moving pretty fast with it and genuinely thought it was going to take a shorter amount of time than the last one, but it turns out they took the same amount of time down to the minute. However, this one did technically take longer. Instead of just sitting down and
Locking
in like I did for the last one, I worked on this specific drawing over the course of several days, while in my free time what was I doing? Well,
anyway.
for this drawing, I really wanted to add some pink and green elements. Don't Don't ask me why, but I thought the character would just look good with those colors. And pink is already a part of her design, so yay!
Tying everything together.
I also just like pink, so that's another reason. There were some cute blushies on the avatar that I thought of adding, but I realized that they didn't really fit into my style that much when it came to a full finished illustration, so I opted to make her incredibly flushed instead. I don't know if it's even that noticeable, but trust me,
It's there.
I add the umbrella as a foreground element, but I didn't think it worked that well, so I added a plant near the end of the drawing, though I don't know if that helped either. However, I also cannot imagine the drawing without the umbrella, so maybe it's a better element than I think. Also, it's a sunny and most likely hot day, so I guess people would need an umbrella if they wanted to sit outside. I think I'm just trying to justify a weird decision that really didn't need justifying. The background was kind of a nightmare to do. Not only were there so many details with the foliage I added, I wanted to give attention to all of them equally, which was stupid of me.
But whatever.
But what the real tragedy was is that there were 2 windows that would be looking into the cafe, so theoretically I would have to draw the entire cafe. I did not want to draw the entire cafe. In fact, I didn't want to draw the inside so badly that I just added a lot of vague blobs and tried to make them look like tables and chairs and then blurred them immensely. Did it work? I don't know. I tried, and I really should try better next time, but for this specific drawing, I wanted to give myself a strange time crunch that I don't even follow a few minutes later.
So I really don't know.
I am proud of this drawing, and I hope it's obvious that I love how pink it is. I don't think that it's my best, and I obviously can do better and work on more city backgrounds, but overall, I really like this drawing. And the avatar that I drew was and had a lot of personality with just the face. When I set out to find avatars, I really didn't know what I was going to get or choose for myself, and I am happy that I was able to find a cute avatar that was in my comfort zone. However, knowing that it was in my comfort zone, I tried to do something greatly out of it. And I do like it, and I hope you guys like it as well. On to my third avatar, which I feel like is definitely the most different in this video.
I really do not see much of anyone in this game, but let's try it and see if we can find a good avatar to draw. Here I am on this rainy day in front of this crappy house that I built because I have no idea how to build. Wow, there's a mansion right behind me. Oh, I've been invited. I've never been invited to a party. Let's see. Wonder if there's anyone we can draw here. Goodness. Apparently, they opened a restaurant. Oh, I like this a lot. This is really cute. This is genuinely really cute. I wish I could build things like this. I think I'm gonna draw this guy. He's just a watermelon, but I think it's really cool. So with my ramen sushi meal, I shall head home and start drawing.
This avatar is
Definitely.
the one that makes the least amount of sense, and also the one that is the most out of my comfort zone. Obviously, this was going to be a challenge,
But I was up for it.
since the person opened their little sushi shop and I had no other idea of where to put them, I decided to let them be in their natural habitat. Genuinely,
I love
the wholesomeness of what this person did, and I do hope they got more customers to roleplay with after I left with my ramen. There were so many cute details throughout the build, and I could tell they were really passionate about it, and I wanted to honor that. However, my biggest issue is that it's another industrial build. It's not the outside of a cafe, but it's the inside of a restaurant where most of the things like the fridge and oven are exposed. In case you didn't already realize, I don't draw things like that often. I don't really know how good I did, and most of it is either blurred or covered, but I did try my best, and isn't that what really matters? The character was outside my comfort zone. Who could have guessed that? Not only were they bald and made me have to confront my large forehead issues, but they were also wearing a hat that I don't usually have to draw. Not only that, but I don't usually draw that kind of specific hat. I don't really know if I did good with this character, honestly. I was trying to make it look like their avatar, but I was also trying to make it make sense. And they were a humanoid watermelon.
Nothing about that is meant to make sense.
I kind of regret making their eyes eyes smaller, even though the original avatar had pretty small eyes. But I do like the smile that I drew. But my favorite part is definitely the counter, especially the menu. I just think it's so cute, and also I tried to do something different with the scribbles. I don't know if the scribbles look any good, but they look good to me, so please just let me have this. Overall, I do like the drawing, and I think that I could have done better on the lighting, but looking at the bigger picture, it's a good drawing. It's not my favorite in this video, but it's definitely better than a lot of stuff I made previously. I love all the drawings that I made in this video, and they all push me out of my comfort zone one way or another. It was fun to just choose Roblox avatars to draw, especially since they all push my brain to make an art piece that I wouldn't usually make. I don't know if I will ever do this again, and if I do, I don't know if it would be on Roblox, especially with what they have been doing recently. Overall, all these drawings are unique and I love them so much, and I hope you guys love them as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please go and do something that made you happy. Please, I am begging you. You have to know that being happy is very important, so go do something that will make it possible. And if something that made you happy is watching another video, then the video on your screen is something that YouTube put there for you because it thinks you'll like it. Check it out if you want to. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!